Flosstube. Welcome if you are new to my channel. I hope you like what I have to share with you today and that you'll stick around and check in with me every week on my cross stitch progress. And if you're returning, welcome back as always. It is the 19th of September today, 2021. This is Flosstube number 83. This week's been a bit... I missed my whip and chat on Wednesday just because homeschooling this week has been pretty full on and heavy, and it's just, I was tired, the kids were tired, so I apologise that I missed doing my whip and chat and uploading it this week, well this past week. I am going to find the time to slot it in somewhere this coming week, I promise. So if you missed it, I do apologise. It's just 3 kids. I did homeschooling before, but only for one. The others were at school. And we kind of thought, when we decided to pull the kids out, that it wasn't going to be quite as hard as it is, but it is, and we're working with it. They're working with it. They're getting on with what they need to. We're giving it a go. I'm giving it a damn good go. So it is what it is. I will find time at some point this week to fit in a whip and chat and make up for it. So my stitching has been a little bit hampered this week. 3 projects I've touched. Yeah, I was just checking. 3 projects I've touched this week, but the one of them I have actually done quite a lot, and it's one that I fell behind on, and I really needed to give myself a swift kick up the backside to get it going again, because otherwise I'm just not going to complete the challenge in time for the end of the year. So with that being said, I'm just going to pull them all out and show you what I've been working on. I say all 3. Like I said, one of them's been a lot. So the first one I'm going to show you is one I've not touched in a while. Again, I don't know why, I fancy picking up an old one for a change. And it is the Quick Stitch Pale Rose by Jasmine Beckett Griffith, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's a lot of peach. I'm just saying, it's a lot of peach. Try not to knock my coffee. This one was a restart. I'd already started it once before, and it was on 22 count 1/1, and I really didn't like it. So then I tried 2/1 10th stitch, and I didn't like that either. So this was a restart for me. I'll insert a picture of where it was the last time you guys saw it. It's still in its hoop, and this is where we are today. Wow, do you know what? I was stitching this last night, and these 2 colours, although it's not dim light in my front room, it's not daylight, these actually didn't look too far different in colour, but they actually are. This is on 25 count 1/1, and this is her parting. This is where her fringe comes down. Yeah, it's the top of her head here. I think that's the bit I'm stitching. And then that's her hair going down one side. So not a great deal, but it was 537 stitches, so that's not bad actually. So I just need to pull that one out a bit more. And while I was working on it last night, I was on a roll. I just didn't want to put it down. Got to the point where Riley come down the stairs and says, "Are you coming up to bed yet?" Because you get in that zone, don't you? Anyway, the second one I worked on this week has been my the Pixels That Made Us, I think it's called, by Pick Stitch. I keep calling it the Gamer Sal because it was a sal, but it's called the Pixels That Made Us. The sal has actually finished, but I think I went in right at the very end. I think there was like 2 weeks patterns to be released, so I got in right near the very end. Now I'm only going to show you one picture that I've from the previous time, purely because I'm mirroring them. So what I do on one, I then pick up the other and do the same. So they're both in exactly the same place, and they were the last time I showed you, if I remember right. So I'll show you one picture of where it was. Oh hey, I didn't mean for that to unroll. The last time you saw it, and then try and get them both together just because. And then this is where they are now. both in exactly the same position, and it doesn't actually look like much has changed. But if I get in close with one, there is a whole bunch of white. The sun's out. There's a whole load of white, and I'm not sure how much you can see, but it's in there. Hang on, there's some in there as well, around there. And there's a little bit down the bottom, not too much, but there's a bit over here and a bit over here. So I did all the white. It doesn't look much, but that's because I did it on both. Like I said, I pick up one colour, I do it on one, and then I pick up the second one and I complete that same colour. So they're kind of working alongside each other in tandem. They're stitched on 18 count Ada 2/1. And I'm still having so much fun with those. The third thing, which has been my biggest achievement this week for stitches, and it should have been because I'm so far behind, it is my, not mine, Kelly's Minnie the Amazing Animal Kingdom artwork by Amy Stewart. Heaven and Earth Designs again. And it is only a mini, so it shouldn't take too long. This is where it was when you guys last saw it. And here it is now. And I'm hoping that it actually shows there's a difference, because this week I have done 2,594 stitches on this baby. That's a lot. There's been a lot of filling in down here. 930, I think. It's a weird blue. Yeah, it's across the bottom here. This colour right here, it's like a grey blue. And not only that colour, I was also finishing off that creamy colour. There's a lot in here that's been filled in. I mean, you can actually tell. You're back to front to me, so I'm trying to look for it. Right there. I have to get it in the daylight. It's weird. Over here, this is a rhino. He's got his head down. See that right there? That's his horn. And as I was stitching, it was like, oh my gosh, I can see it. And like, I've done a lot of filling in down here as well, on the background and stuff. So I overdid my stitches because by the way, this is 25 count 1/1, and it's all CXC threads, and it looks fabulous. Now I've lost what I was going to say. Yeah, I reworked out, because I was so far behind, how many stitches from now, like 3 days ago, that I needed to do every day to complete the 76,720 stitches I needed for the Stitch Around Iceland. I think it was hard. You had easy, hard and crazy. And I'm glad I didn't go for the crazy, but the hard. And it's 76,720 stitches for the year. And I reworked it all out. How many stitches I've now got left. How many days are now left in the year. And how many that would leave me to do every day. And it was something like 324 stitches a day. So the first few days, it's actually on my paperwork. The first day, I worked it out on Monday evening. The first day I did 528. Then the second day I did 442. Then I did 471 the next day, 558. And then I reworked it out, I think, that day, because I'd overdone. And it reduced it to 314 a day. So I did 338 on yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday because it says Saturday. So I'm going to keep, that's my plan for this week coming. I'm going to keep on top of those stitches. If I get them done in the morning before I get up and do what I need to do, because I found that's work this week. Get up, see to the kids, general, get my breakfast, cup of coffee, and then I sit down and I will crank out them 300 odd stitches in the morning. Then I get up and do whatever else it is I need to do around the house, you know, the usual daily chores. And I found that works. This week has actually been pretty amazing for stitching on that. So I'm going to try and keep that going this coming week. And then in the afternoon, after I've done what I need to do, I just pick what I want and go with it, because I'm so focused on this Stitch Around Iceland that at the moment nothing else kind of matters, and I'm trying not to think about anything else. Anyway, that's it stitching.
I do have one piece of haul, but it's not cross stitch related. I suppose it could be. It wouldn't. It'd look all right stitched. But I am part of a group on Facebook, because you know, anyone who's been around a while knows that I love to make graphghan blankets, and I crochet lots of things as well, but the blankets is my biggest thing, and I am part of a group on Facebook. See my stitching on the floor, look. And it's this one, free graphghan graph charts patterns. Yes. And this one right here, she's recently changed that to the page picture, and I fell in love, so I ordered it. It was $3, but something like £2.25, I think, in UK pounds. And she even put in the name. She asks for your names. You don't have to have the names put in, but it's no extra cost. So I said, yeah, put them in, and this is going to be my next one. I know I've got one on my bed already, but it's not. It came out a bit smaller than I thought it would, so it's not a brilliant fit. It fits, but it's not brilliant. And this one looks amazing. So I plan to start yet another blanket. Even though I still haven't finished my Looney Tunes one, that's going to just be my special one, do you know what I mean? So I'm not too fussed about that. That will come. Anyway, the kids haven't touched their stitching this week. They have just been so focused on work, and when they've done that, they've been exhausted. So they've just kind of gone and sat in their room, listened to Spotify, or, you know, watched some telly. So there's no stitching from them this week. So what's coming up this next week, apart from homeschooling? I'm going to try and fit my stitching in here, there, and everywhere. I need to keep on top of Kelly's, so that is going to be my main focus for this week. Other than that, it's whatever I fancy until Kelly's is complete. I have got the other one of Kelly's I need to get out, but that's not for a prompt or anything, so I don't feel pressured to get it out. I shouldn't feel pressured anyway, should you really? But I've put the pressure on myself by agreeing to do the Stitch Around Iceland for 76,720 stitches. But I will do it. I absolutely will do it. Now that I've kind of got focused this past week, I will do it. So that'll be my focus, and then just whatever I fancy after that. So thank you for watching. As always, I appreciate it so much. Links to, that's another plan for this week, get on top of my Instagram, because I've been so lax lately. I'm on it. I am on it, I promise. So links to my Facebook, my Instagram, and my email, just in case you feel like dropping me an email anytime. You are more than welcome. I always respond to everyone. I've never been ignorant, and if you think I have, it's usually because they've deleted your comment on YouTube and I've no way of getting hold of you. But then there is also a link to my Buy Me a Coffee, which is optional. It's not, don't feel pressured to donate into my channel. It's not necessary, but if you do, it is there, and it is so greatly appreciated. It always goes straight back into my cross stitching, and I will of course then share with you guys what that has been used for. All links, I think I need to go through them still, are down below as well to all my whips. Whether I've shown them today or not, I put them all there. It's just easier than having to pick out the ones that you've seen, you know. Any comments, any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I appreciate them all. I heart them all, and I always respond to you guys. I'm so appreciative of you all, that you come back every week and check in with me and just like what I have to share with you guys. You're all awesome. So that being said, take care, stay safe, and I will see you on Wednesday for a whip and chat. Bye guys.